Have you ever imagined witnessing such an overwhelming victory that no one could doubt an athlete's superiority? That's exactly what happened on one of the most memorable nights in bodybuilding history. The question remains, how did Phil Heath manage to humiliate all his competitors on that stage? Get ready to discover a story of extreme dedication, physical and mental mastery that forever changed Mr. Olympia. On that day, the spotlight was not just on a champion but on a legend. In the making, Phil didn't just show impressive muscles, he showed a confidence and control that left the audience in absolute silence. Everything seemed to conspire for him to own that night, and the impact would resonate for years. Want to know what made Phil stand out so much and what the secret was behind this legendary performance? Stay with me until the end of the video, because I will reveal every detail that few saw live. And if you enjoy this kind of story, leave your like, subscribe to the channel, and turn on the notification bell so you don't miss anything. Before that unforgettable night, Phil Heath went through a journey of discipline, sacrifices, and intense training that few know about. The question is, what was the secret of his preparation that led him to humiliate his competitors on stage? What set him apart from the rest? Phil wasn't just another athlete focused on muscle volume. He sought perfection in the details, every defined fiber, every studied pose. His strict diet and training regimen were planned for months, involving teams of specialists to sculpt his physique and mental resilience. More than strength. Phil trained his mind to stay calm under pressure, a crucial differentiator. He knew that, at Mr. Olympia, victory is as much about the mind as it is about the body. This powerful combination would be fundamental to publicly humiliating his opponents that night. Want to understand how this preparation was? Keep watching. The arena was packed, fans shouted names, and photographers prepared. When the competitors began to enter, the atmosphere was still one of balanced competition. But the moment Phil Heath stepped on stage, everything changed. The question is, what did the spectators see at that moment that left everyone stunned? What was in Phil that night that made the others seem ordinary in comparison? The impact was immediate. The lighting revealed a physique so dry, dense and vascularized that it seemed unreal. The muscle fibers were so defined you could see details from meters away. The audience's eyes fixed on him, and the cheers grew louder, while the other athletes tried to keep up with the poses. Phil displayed absolute confidence, controlling every centimeter of movement. He owned the stage as if it were his private domain, unshaken, unhesitant. With every mandatory pose. The audience reacted as if witnessing something unprecedented. The famous front double biceps drew immediate applause. When he turned his back, the open lats and the cuts of the glutes exposed in insane definition elicited reactions even from his rivals. Some judges exchanged discreet glances, realizing the night already had a winner. He was the personification of physical excellence. That psychological dominance over his opponents started there. They saw that no matter how well they posed, Phil was already on another level, and that superiority would be felt until the very end. Want to know how the competitors reacted backstage? Stay with me on the channel and make sure to subscribe, because in the next topic I'll tell you what happened. Behind the scenes, while the audience cheered every pose of Phil Heath, backstage the atmosphere was different. The rivals began to realize they were facing something out of the ordinary. The question is, how did the other athletes react seeing Phil dominate the stage that way? What was going on among the competitors when it became clear the competition was already decided? Reports from coaches and athletes that night reveal many avoided looking at Phil during breaks. When he returned backstage for adjustments, the environment grew heavy, silence dominated, and discomfort was visible. Some tried to keep focus, others couldn't hide their frustration. A veteran told his coach, "Not today, he's from another planet." Conversations became short and tense. Some athletes who planned to impress the judges gave up last-minute changes. It was as if, collectively, they knew second place would be the best of the night. Phil had taken mental control of the competition, something rare at Mr. Olympia, where pressure usually levels everyone. This psychological dominance became clearer when a shaken athlete messed up a sequence and left early. The audience noticed, and commentators highlighted the gulf between Phil and the others. Want to know how this influenced the judging? Stay with me and subscribe to the channel, because in the next topic I'll reveal the judge's decision. After all the tension, poses, and heavy backstage atmosphere, the decisive moment arrived. The judge's evaluation. The question everyone asked was, how would Phil Heath's extraordinary performance be judged against top-level opponents? And, more importantly, what would this decision mean for the history of Mr. Olympia and bodybuilding worldwide? The judges, known for their rigor, had no doubt Phil Heath was crowned champion that night with an unprecedented margin. His combination of extreme definition, balanced volume, and flawless symmetry set a new standard of excellence. Some experts said it was the most dominant victory ever recorded at the event. But this decision didn't only bring applause. For many, Phil raised the competition level so much it caused shock among competitors and the community. Questions arose: could anyone ever surpass that performance? How far can the quest for the perfect body go without sacrificing health? These doubts sparked debates and inspired a new generation of athletes. Moreover, the victory marked a change in how coaches and athletes plan their preparations, adopting more advanced and precision-focused techniques. Phil Heath not only won a title, he forever changed the bodybuilding game. If you want to understand how this impact echoed for years and influenced even rivals, stay with me and subscribe now so you don't miss the next chapters of this epic story. Phil Heath didn't just win that night, he left a legacy that influenced an entire generation of athletes. The question we must ask is, how did this performance change the way bodybuilding is seen, and what transformations did it provoke in the sport? What did Phil represent for young people dreaming of reaching the top? From that historic victory, many began questioning the limits of training, diet, and strategies to achieve physical perfection. Phil showed that the pursuit of symmetry, muscle density, and vascularity could be taken to a level previously thought impossible. His discipline and attention to detail opened doors to a new competitive standard. Coaches began investing in more specific techniques, while athletes understood that every pose and every detail matters on stage. The pressure to evolve intensified, and bodybuilding started to be taken more seriously as sport, science, and art. But not everything is rosy. Phil's legacy also raised discussions about the risks of the extreme quest for the ideal body. Issues of health, substance use, and psychological pressure became part of the debate, revealing the dark side of glory. If you want to understand how Phil Heath continues to influence athletes, coaches, and fans worldwide, stay with me and take the opportunity to subscribe to the channel. In the next topic, we'll explore inspiring stories and challenges faced by those who follow his footsteps. Following the path of a champion like Phil Heath is no easy task. The question many ask is, what are the biggest challenges faced by those aiming for the top of modern bodybuilding? And most importantly, how to overcome the barriers of such a demanding sport. The journey is full of obstacles, physical, mental, and even social. The pressure to reach the near-perfect standards set by Phil and other icons generates anxiety, fear of failure, and extreme effort in training and diet. Many athletes report the weight of constant comparison and the daily fight against their own limits. Moreover, injuries are a constant threat. The body suffers enormous wear, and the balance between intensity and recovery is crucial to not compromise. The career discipline is essential, but emotional and physical wear can lead many to quit before success. However, the stories of overcoming are inspiring. Athletes who, even in the face of difficulties, find motivation to move forward, improve techniques, and bet on innovation and science. Did you like this story? Subscribe to the channel and comment what you thought. See you in the next videos full of exclusive content.